If you're searching bankruptcy, you've probably seen chapter 7 versus chapter 13. And here's the truth. Most of the videos you'll find are lawyers talking. This isn't that. I'm 3 years into a 5-year chapter 13 plan, and I want to tell you what it actually feels like, the real difference and why I ended up here. But before I share my experience, let me give you the textbook definition so we're on the same page. Chapter 7 is what most people think about when they think about bankruptcy. It's a full white. Your unsecured debts, credit cards, medical bills, personal loans, all gone. But here's the catch. You may lose assets. If you got equity in a home or a car that's paid down, the court can make you sell it to pay the creditors. And it stays on your credit report for 10 years. It's like ripping the Band-Aid off fast, but you can still lose things you really want to keep. Chapter 13 is called the wage earner's plan. Instead of wiping everything, the court looks at your income and builds a repayment plan, usually 3 to 5 years. You keep your stuff, house, car, and make one payment to the trustee, who splits it between your creditors. It only stays on your credit for 7 years instead of 10. On paper, it looks safer than Chapter 7, especially if you've got things you want to hold on to. So why did I choose Chapter 13? I thought I had assets worth protecting. I was making close to 50, 60K a year, and on paper, it looked like I could handle it. The payment would be tough, but doable, and I believed it would protect me and help me keep possessions and keep my life stable while I dug myself out. The truth, I didn't realize the payment was based on my income then, not what might happen later. Nobody plans for a layoff, but that's exactly what happened. About a year in, my job shut down. My new job paid barely half of what I was making. My Chapter 13 payment didn't change. I went from treading water to flat out drowning. I was able to get a 3-month pause on payments, but when they resumed, the trustee raised my weekly payment. For almost 2 years, I was living on less than $250 a week. That's not paycheck to paycheck. That's dollar to dollar. This is the side of Chapter 13 you don't hear about in lawyer videos. If life changes, layoffs, emergencies, your plan doesn't automatically adjust. You're stuck fighting to survive while still making those payments. Here's the part you don't hear in lawyer consultations. Chapter 7 gives fast relief, but 25 to 40% of filers fall back into debt within years. Why? Because it doesn't force you to change your habits. You walk away clean, but if nothing in your lifestyle changes, you end up in the same trap. Chapter 13 is brutal. 2/3 of cases fail before completion, most around the 3-year mark, right about where I'm at now. But the ones who do finish, the odds of falling back into chaos are very low. Only about 15-20% relapse because 5 years of strict budgeting forces you to learn discipline. You learn what you can live without, and you never want to go back. So would I do it again? Honestly, I don't know. Chapter 13 let me hang on to some of my possessions a little longer, but in the end I lost most of them anyway. At the same time, I've learned a new way to live. The pain of the process has given me habits I'll carry through life. If your income is stable and you have assets worth protecting, Chapter 13 makes sense. But if your income is shaky anyway, or you don't have much to protect, Chapter 7 may be the better choice. If you're ready to change your lifestyle. That's the hard truth. I'm not saying Chapter 13 is all bad. For some people, it's the right fit. But don't just take a lawyer's word for it. Look at your actual income, your actual risk, and think about what happens if life changes, because it probably will. This is my real life experience, and I hope it helps someone make a more informed decision than I did. If this helped you, hit like so more people fighting through this can find it too. And if you're living through bankruptcy or thinking about filing, share your story in the comments. Let's support each other through this. This is the Reset Project. Reset, rebuild, and rise. I'll see you in the next one.